Hi guys, the Forgetful Scholar, and let's chat about books. So this week is Flirty, Mage, and Wings. So the first book is The Succubus, a Castle Rehm Book 1 by Megan Dear, or Dare. Go. And I really like this cover because I'm such a nerd. Like, I love the pen, like the quill and the parchment. All right, so this is a novella again. I know I've been doing a lot of novellas. I just got sucked in to like these independent writer novellas, and I'm really enjoying myself. So, sorry, not sorry, I'm really enjoying myself. That's kind of the important thing, right? So, this one has to do with Kalar and Nerek. So basically they're in this castle and it's wintertime and they're up in like the north, so it's kind of always cold. And Kalar is like the flirty mage, and it's MM, fantasy, historical, paranormal. So he's basically in charge of like the magic stuff, you know what I mean, in the castle, like healing and protecting and putting up the wards and things like that. Nerek is the captain of the guards. So the story is really short, but it's like, boom, it just hits you right off the bat, and this is a 5 stars. Like, this is a 5 stars. I really, really liked it. Another independent writer I'm getting obsessed with, guys. I don't know what to tell you. So, right off the bat, boom, it hits you. You know what I mean? There's a succubus in the castle, and it's killing off the guards, okay? And, again, this is like 50 pages or something. But I get such a sense of Kalar. I get such a sense of Nerek. I get a sense of the Duke. That's like their boss. Like, I get a sense of everybody. And yes, like the mysterious culprit behind the succubus, I kind of figured out who that was, like page 9. But that's fine. Sometimes I figure out who the bad guy is before, you know, the context clues show up, because I read a lot of mystery, like romance mystery, so I can see it. So it's fine. I don't mind that. I liked, and you get like the sense of the relationship between Kalar and Nerek, like right off the bat. Because there's books that like are 400 pages. I've read them, I've enjoyed them, but I felt like I didn't get a grasp of the main characters' personalities and things like that. This is like 50 pages, and like I feel like I know them, which is pretty fantastic. So basically, they have to figure out who sent the succubus and stop it to save their people. And I really enjoyed the magic structure in this world. I thought that was really interesting. I'm really interested in diving more into it. I hope the books are longer. That's the only critique in this. I want it to be longer. I like it all. I like the relationship between Kalar and Nerek. I do like that they've known each other for a really long time before anything happens. Because, you know, it's not insta-lust, you know what I mean? I just enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And I was surprised at such a short book. I felt like I knew them. You know Kalar's family. You know what happens in his past. You know Nerek. You get a sense of his family. And it doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel like an info dump. I thought the pace was fantastic. I thought the mystery wasn't huge mystery to me. But I did like the reason behind the succubus was sent on them was different than when they first find out it's a succubus, they kind of assume it's for one reason. I do like that it's for a different reason, so that was kind of fun. There is one point, I would say probably like 70% of the book done. It made me laugh. It made me laugh out loud. Like, it had my humor down pat. I thought it was really entertaining. It made me giggle. And I was like, ooh, this is a 4-star. Now it's a 5-star. I'm enjoying this. So I really did like it. And it seems kind of sort of this fantasy medieval kind of setting. So far what I've seen, there doesn't seem to be hang-ups about same-sex couples, which is nice. Like, that's not a big drama for this. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed myself. I really, really enjoyed myself. I'm going to read more of this author stuff because I really liked it. Quick read, but you felt like you read a full story. You know what I mean? From beginning to ends. You feel like you understand these characters, you understand their motives, you understand how they fall in love, why they fell in love. You get backstory. You even get a little bit of Clark's family shows up, you know what I mean? And some complicated stuff with them. So that, I enjoyed myself. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Okay, so, and yes, this was a Kindle kind of a week. Again, I mean, where else are you going to get like independent, independent writers? You know what I mean? Unfortunately, they don't have the money to do physical prints, right? So the next one is Wings, and it's an MF contemporary sci-fi monster paranormal. I think you guys know where I'm going with this and who this is. So this is Her Alien Angel, a Monster Bite story number 3 by Michele Mills. Yes, I am enjoying this series and I am devouring it, which is really a lot of fun. Okay, so this one was interesting. I gave it 4 stars, and it has to do with Evie and Isaac with a K, because he's the, I'm gonna try to pronounce the red aliens. I wrote it down phonetically, so maybe I can. Hurricane, they're the red that look like devils, you know what I mean? So basically, and as this world is created, we all know by now that the aliens, these guys called the Herlons, abducted humans from Earth a long time ago, and humans now settled on New Earth and now are recently freed from their enslavement. Now the Herlons took Isaac as a baby. He's Isaac Firestone. If that name sounds familiar, just hold on a second. You have a great memory, and hold on a second. Took him as a baby. His family thinks that he died, and they experimented on him. They grafted wings to him, and they experimented on him and tried to turn him into a super soldier, and they enhanced him and things like that. Now, he refused to kill for them. You know what I mean? So to try to do emotional blackmail, they created a clone daughter for him. And it's like, if you don't do what we say, we're going to torture your daughter. And he's like, F no, I'm out of here. And he takes his daughter and he escapes. Now, he leaves his daughter on the doorstep of Evie because in this reality, humans are kind of like looked down upon, but also they're considered a really compassionate race and really good with children. So he leaves his daughter on the footsteps of Evie, and she, of course, takes her in and adores her, and things like that. Also, the Herlons have no reason, like Evie's not on their radar. He has no reason to think that the daughter, did I write the daughter's name? Nope, sorry. Oh yeah, Layla. No reason that Layla is there, right? So he turns out, now if you remember her alien priest, he was a Firestone. Turns out this is his little brother. So this is the high priest's little brother. And they're on the same planet of Solar. So I believe that's the first book of this little series. Anyway, so he's been watching his brother, and you get kind of a check-in with his brother and his human mate. And like, this is before they have their first child, so she's pregnant and everything. And eventually, like, he approaches his brother and like, I know this is really me, and you know, they're coming after me. So, and of course, romance novel stuff happens with Isaac and Evie. The Herlons want him back. So Isaac, Evie, and Layla end up at the monastery, and they're all hiding out. It's kind of like The Last Stand, because remember, the priest, he was a vet. He used to be a soldier. So basically, Isaac like demolishes this army that's coming after them, which is pretty cool. Evie's live streaming it because, of course, and she's like, look, they're attacking this historical site, and like they kidnapped and tortured and did horrible experiments on Isaac, and the 4 quadrants are just enraged, right? And like, I was like, it was unbelievable, because the Herlions, they basically like want to talk to Isaac, and they're like, oh no, we won't torture your daughter, you guys just come back and she'll be raised just like you. Isn't that good? Isn't that a good deal? And he's like, fuck off. He's just like, What is wrong with you? Of course I'm not gonna have my daughter raised as in a lab as an experiment and stuff like that. Like, are you shitting me here? So, and of course, you know, Evie, because, you know, the Hurlons have been experimenting and enslaved humans for, it doesn't really say how long, but for a really, really long time. So, of course, she's like, oh, you know, of course, this is how you have to deal with them, because if, like, you know, if you know how to hate a Hurlion, it's humans. I was like, all right. I mean, I can understand, you know. So, so it's a happy ending, of course, and I feel like I'm really rushing. Sorry if I'm talking too fast, and I feel like I'm really rushing. I don't have a lot of time today, and it's the only day I kind of have to film, so I'm trying to do this as fast as possible. And I know sometimes when I get overexcited, I talk a little too quickly, so sorry about that. Trying to slow my pace. So it was a happy ending. It was really cute. This is one of the stories of theirs, of this writer's, that I wish was like 300 pages, because I would have loved to, like, I would have loved the book to open up with Isaac in the lab. You know what I mean? And like kind of have that kind of drama like put out on the page. That's the one thing I have to say about this writer that I wish was a little different, even though I love their world building. I love their humor. I'm really enjoying their characters. Sometimes like the big drama stuff, like we don't really get to see on the page. I was actually kind of surprised and happy and impressed that they let us see Isaac fight off tanks and things like that in this book, because usually they don't really do that all that much. I think maybe here and there I could think of like maybe one or two books that you did actually see them fighting, but a lot of times that happens sort of off the page, which I'm not that big a fan of. I want to kind of see the action. I want the bloodlust. But now you know there's bloodlust on this channel. So that's, you know, that's the one criticism I have of this writer, but everything else I really enjoy. So in the larger scheme of things, you know what I mean? I enjoy the books. I like them. So, you know, the way they are, do I wish they were a little longer? Yeah. But do I still enjoy reading them? Yes. So that's all that really matters, right? That you enjoy yourself. All right, that's it for this week. I don't want to, but it's time for me to get back to the real world. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.